What's up, guys? Jay here with another video for you. In today's video, I want to talk about concrete sealing and why that is a fantastic upsell for your pressure washing business. You still got a little bit of time. Those of you that don't have a lot of winter, you might not be able to upsell this as much. But for those that where they put a lot of salt on the road, like where I'm at in Kentucky, they put a lot of salt on the road. A lot of people put salt in the driveways. It ruins the concrete. And the way you upsell it is like, say you get called for a driveway cleaning. You can be like, hey, would you be interested in sealing the driveway after we clean it to keep it cleaner longer and to prevent it from cracking and eroding over time? And you can be like, my seal lasts 3 to 5 years. The seal I use is a little more expensive and they advertise that it lasts 7 years. So I tell the customer that 7 years, it may not last that long. I may throw my personal guarantee of if it doesn't last 2 years, I'll replace it, no extra charge. That can be my sort of unique selling proposition, my USP, for those that don't know what that means. The reason why concrete sealing is so good for pressure washing business owners is because you can charge $1 a square foot for concrete. And I'll throw up a clip here if I have one of me sealing it. You literally pour it into your pump sprayer and spray it on. You can follow it with a roller if you want to get a more even spread. A lot of people do that. They'll spray a slab and then they'll go back and they'll roll it to make it nice and even. You can do that. It usually takes one coating. You don't want to over apply this stuff because if you do, it'll leave a nasty white crust on top, and then you have to come back. You have to clean that off, and then you got to make sure it's sealed, and if it's not, you got to reseal it. So I've had a couple comments on my last video. The guy's like, please tell me you put 2 coats, and it's like, dude, it doesn't take 2 coats. I put a little bit too much on an area, and I had to go back and I had to clean it, and then I had to respray. Luckily, I had enough to put back on that little spot where I did a little testing just to see, and that's what happens. It makes a nasty looking white salt looking crust. And that could also be that I put too much pre-treatment. You don't want to post-treat doing concrete sealing, okay? You don't want to do that. I'm making this talking head video. Sorry, it's a little bit boring, but I wanted to make a video about why you should look into concrete sealing. It's super easy. 2,900 square foot driveway is $2,900. Think about that. So around here, we have a lot of big driveways, so it's a lot more square footage. And the cleaning, if you do it, is if it's premium pricing, it's 25 cents a square foot. So it's $1.25 to clean and seal. You got to come back on 2 separate days. It's a big thing. You can't clean and then just grab your seal and start spraying. You got to give it a day, come back. Hopefully no rain. It has to be 2 sunny days. Clean, come back 24 hours later, seal. That's kind of the 2-step process. So is it 3K in a day? Let's say you clean it in like an hour. Let's say 3 hours tops if it's a huge driveway. And you come back and, I breezed through 2,982 square foot of concrete in it took me like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Not even an hour and a half. It took like an hour to seal it. It's super easy money, man. And it's just out there. Not many people do it, especially in my area. Not many people offer concrete sealing. So next year, when the spring season revamps, and I might post a little bit about it right now. There's a little bit of time left before winter gets here. But next year, I'm going to be pushing that so hard. I may even make yard signs on their own that say concrete sealing into my number. I may do that. Because it's just so much better than pricing just a driveway cleaning for 25 cents square foot and making a few $100, right? And if you got longer driveways, you'll make $800 a driveway just cleaning it. But if I can go back another day and for an hour or maybe an hour and a half of my time and make another $2,000 on top of that, I'm going back. You know what I mean? It's just a way to upsell, provide a unique selling proposition that puts you over your competition that's just advertising driveway cleaning, house washing, the general gutter cleaning, the general pressure washing offerings. It puts you a step ahead and be like, well, okay, I'll clean your driveway. but I'll also seal it for you. And then you don't have to clean it for longer. And when we do come back and clean it, it's a lot easier and you don't have to use high pressure. You can use low pressure because underneath that it's sealed. And you can be like, that seal lasts a minimum of 3 years or we'll replace it. And the seal I use is a little more expensive and they advertise 7. So just think about that. That's a unique selling proposition you can have to put you over your competition and ahead of the game. So I hope you found this video helpful. I think we've been going 6 minutes. I can't even see. Consistency is what transforms average into excellence. Be consistent. Don't stop grinding. Keep going, and you'll make it. 99% of businesses fail within the first year. Like 0.5 or something make it 3 years. I'm on my 3rd year. We're doing it. We're grinding. Next year, number 4, I'm going to really push and go for 100 grand. And I'm going to try to go full time with it if I can next year. I'm not full time yet. I still have a job on the weekends, right? Like I still work 36 hours, 3 days a week for a warehouse setting job, making $32 an hour. A lot of people are like, why would you be trying to grow a business if you're making almost 70 grand sitting on your hind end, doing nothing, watching machines? It's like, dude, I don't like working for somebody else when I can go out here and make $300 an hour, because that's what I value my time at. It's a lot more. I'm 10x of what I do on the weekends, but that weekend job pays all throughout the year consistently until I get a consistent 100 grand, 200 grand, 500 grand. Think about that. Take these golden nuggets, all free. I'm making a website. For those that have stayed to the end, I'm making a website that has a ton of free content on it. Just blog posts telling what I would do if I started over, what concrete ceiling. It's going over basically, it's for the new guy that's looking to get from, let's say, 0 to 50K in a year, right? Like that's the purpose of my website that I'm making. It's just something that I'm doing on the side when pressure washing is slowing down. And then another month from now, I'm doing Christmas lights. I'm gonna be hanging that, seeing how that business goes. I've heard great things from multiple people. We're going to see how that does. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to head out. Sorry for dragging it out and ranting on, but that's why you're here, I guess. Next video will be about the core dudes and what I think about online gurus. I'm trying not to be that guy. I'm trying not to be an online guru, but I need to tell you who to trust and how to tell if that person's right for you, right? And I have a mentor that I pay monthly to be a part of his weekly meetings and stuff. And it's paid off. Like I get tons of value out of that. So, and we'll talk about that more later. Peace out.